Hello folks, and welcome to this week's Hi-Fi News, etc. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good weekend. In the UK, if you're from the UK, it's been rather nice and pleasant weather-wise, warmer than usual. But enough climate matters. A little bit of any other business now, rather than at the end. No YouTube review this particular week. Instead, there is a website exclusive, so pop over there if you want to see my review for this week. It is a cable. Well, cables, a pair of interconnects from the Scottish outfit Atlas, the Hyper interconnects. That's what I've been looking at this week. That's this week's review. So if you want to have a read with a coffee and a sticky bun, then that's the place to go. I'll put a link below. So you can, I might put something up above too, so you can just dive over there. Anyway, until we get to the news, because that's to come, obviously, we have some trivia. And for this week's trivia question, it will help if you like the band The Jam. So, here we go. What's the song by The Jam which encourages its hero to enjoy the opportunities that have opened up for him now that he's been made redundant? One more time. What's the song by The Jam which encourages its hero to enjoy the opportunities that have opened up for him now that he's been made redundant? Rather apt question, I would say. I'm in the tech industry, kinda, and there's been an awful lot of tech-related redundancies right across the board. I'm not even talking about hi-fi, other tech industries. It's been a bit devastating, I suppose. So, an apt question in this day and age. I will give you the answer at the end of this video, so no research, please, no Googling and all that jazz. It'll just spoil things, and you don't want that, do you? Of course you don't. So, at the end of this video, I'll give you the answer. Until then, Hi-Fi News. And we will start with NAD, and we have a CD player called the C589 CD player from NAD. This is, well, at the heart, I should be saying, of the C589 is something called QRONO. I'll put that down below. You can read that for yourself. The QRONO D2A, which is a suite of digital audio technology developed by MQA Labs, and the parent company of NAD also now owns MQA, so we should not be surprised. According to the company, this new tech improves, and I quote, digital timing and reconstruction accuracy, apparently enhancing spatial detail, transient accuracy, and musical flow. That's what the company says. The company also talks up its disk loader and its transport mechanism, and while we're at it, even its laser pickup, which it says offers accurate disk tracking and stable playback. You get a balanced XLR and single-ended RCA analog outputs. They sit alongside AES, EBU, coax, and optical digital outputs. CD text is supported if you want that, and a remote control is included. I have two prices. One is €1,599, and I have a pounds, £1,199. There is a link below if you want to know more. I will put links for all of the items mentioned in this video, and we're going to talk about and we're going to stay digital, and we're going to talk about the DX9 Discrete using apparently an in-house DAC chip. It's a 1-bit decoding technology chip. Toppings, balanced DAC, preamp, and headphone amp. That's what the DX9 really is. It's a bit of an all-in-one. Includes the 16-element discrete 1-bit PSRM DAC architecture chip. They're very proud of it, so they give it a long name. This is apparently a 1-bit Delta Sigma DAC technology chip. However, the tweak is that it uses a high-frequency 1-bit stream. So apparently that sets it apart from other Delta Sigma DACs out there. I think Topping is eager to emphasize that this DAC chip is unique to themselves. It's their own tech, it's their own development. Do not compare it with anyone else or anybody else or any other DAC chip. So I think that's the emphasis I need to convey here. We have 7 digital inputs plus Bluetooth, proprietary jitter, it's hard to say, proprietary jitter eradication, balanced and single-ended outputs for headphones, amps and speakers, parametric EQ facilities, headphone crossfeed, a tempered glass window. If you get angry at the thing and you want to hit it, it'll be fine. I wouldn't worry. Support is offered up to 32-bit 768 kHz and native DSD512, measuring 340mm by 60 by 225mm. A single multi-function rotary control sits centrally on the fascia, actually flanked by a pair of color displays. A remote control is included. I have one price, £1,299. Next up, let's move from digital to analog and vinyl cleaning and the ViVac. ViVac? I'm not sure. ViVac? I'm going to say ViVac by a company called Pristine Vinyl. And I saw this company's products, this particular product, going back several years now. And it looks interesting, as you'll see by the images. And it kind of, maybe it's me, maybe it's my imagination, it kind of disappeared. Well, it's back. It's kind of been reintroduced. It's based on the Keith Monks Loricraft cleaning system. So that's, if you know that system, it's kind of a thread and precision vacuum nozzle system. It's not a basic RCM vacuum with a kind of felt arm. I hope you know what I'm talking about. I can imagine some people saying, what is he on about? Well, if you know your vinyl cleaning machines, you'll have an idea. So if you know your Keith Monks machine and your Loricraft, it's based on that tech. The tech actually developed by one Percy Wilson in the 60s. He used to be the technical editor of Gramophone magazine. I think the tech is generally called Vortex, a Vortex system. And that's the background. Both the Monks and the competing Loricraft machines are notable by their size. They are enormous. I have a Loricraft machine myself. It's wonderful, but it's enormous. The ViVac has been designed miniaturizing all of that, and it's been designed to sit alongside your HiFi. So instead of Keith Monks and the Loricraft looking, well, resembling a cotton mill from Victorian England, the ViVac is a little dinky thing, which may appeal. The Pristine Vinyl company has also declared that its machine is reliable and has provided a 12-month warranty to back up that opinion. There is also free tech support to boot. Price £2,750. For the final 2 news items, they all come from the same company, Pro-Ject, and they're based around streaming in one way or another. We're going to look at the Streambox E and the Wireless Box E. The Streambox E is a compact network streamer, and the Wireless Box E is a wireless audio receiver, you might say, which you attach to passive loudspeakers. Both products are powered by the WiiM operating system. Streambox E is a compact network streamer, but also a preamp. It functions as both a network streamer, providing access to your basic streaming services like Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, Qobuz, all of that kind of stuff, and as a digital preamp with a volume control and inputs for external sources. Hence, this allows it to be used as a central control point of a system or as an add-on to an existing amplifier. The Streambox E also includes an analog input, so you can hook up a turntable, for example, and you can share that across compatible devices, the signal from the turntable. The Wireless Box E, on the other hand, acts as a compact wireless receiver, delivering audio to passive loudspeakers. It attaches directly to the rear terminals of your speakers, creating a discrete connection without the need for long speaker cable runs, which is a great idea. There may be speakers, though, where the Wireless Box E just can't be mounted directly. Maybe the terminal layout is a bit weird. In that case, you can use the Connectit LSE Flex 0.3 meter extension cable, and that can be used to hook up any weird terminal patterns. It comes as a stereo pair, 2 cables, and is priced at €29.90. UK pricing will follow, only have euros for now. That's just for this extension thing. In use, each Wireless Box E is fitted to a single speaker. That means if you want a stereo pair, you will need 2 of these things. Each unit also requires a mains power connection, so you're going to need 2 slots on your power brick. Prices, after all that, well, the Streambox E, that's available right now in black or silver for either €179 or £159. The Wireless Box E, that's going to be available a bit later this month, late May, priced at either €229 or £199 per unit. Double that up if you want stereo sound, of course. And that's your lot, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. You'll need an answer to that trivia question. Hey, well, here we go. A reminder of the question first. What's the song by The Jam which encourages its hero to enjoy the opportunities that have opened up for him now that he's been made redundant? And the answer is Smithers Jones. That's the individual. It was written actually by Bruce Foxton for the Jam's 1979 album Setting Suns. It describes a hapless commuter in a pinstripe suit who turns up to work only to find he's surplus to requirements. In the last verse, he's lyrically advised to, and I quote, "Put on the kettle and make some tea. It's time to relax now you've worked your arse off." Bruce always had a way with words. Now you know. So now you know. And that's that, folks. End of story. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. Much obliged. Thank you very much for your support and all that jazz. As I say, I will put links below for all the items mentioned in this video. I will also put links to my own stuff, my Facebook group, my website, and my Patreon page, which funds this particular channel. If you like what you see, if you like all of these videos I keep pushing out and it's your thing, please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Has some exclusives over there. All videos are pushed over on the channel. No, start again. All videos, let's get this right, shall we? All the videos are pushed out on Patreon first as a sort of early thing, and then later on they appear on this channel. So there are benefits. And also I'd be very happy. Make me smile. And I'm sure you'd like that, wouldn't you? Anyway, I'll be back probably either Friday with the music alerts, definitely another one of these on Saturday, and then a review. I hesitate because I'm not quite sure. It might be speakers. It might very well be Audiophile. I ain't sure. We're going to have to see about that. But it might be. So powered speakers. Quite possibly. But we'll see. We'll see together, because I'm not sure either. And that'll be Sunday. So I hope to see you during one of those videos, or all of them. and hope to have your company then. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.